Some say money makes the world go round, but should I tell you something? Alcohol makes the world go round literally. Not so, Mr. Gasozi?
Quite so.
Quite so. Good to
Yeah.
have you again.
Yeah, I'm pleased to be here once again in this dark alcoholic environment.
Alcoholic environment. No drinks here though, guys. We are as sober as they come. Welcome to the Smart Money Hub. My name is Webb Daniel and I've got the money expert, Mr. Gasozi. And on episode 10, Mr. Gasozi, we attend to the good. And it doesn't get any better than this, being on your 10th episode and you're talking alcohol for the second time.
Yes.
Let's just remind people of what we spoke about, being economical while you drink, or drinking economically in episode 9.
Or drinking inexpensively. That is
Yes.
what we are continuing with in this episode 10. Of course, last time we went through an overview of all the bad things. We acknowledged that alcohol has all the bad elements which make it controversial, like affecting your work life, being sacked from job, get running mad, and the like. And the first point we talked about was the technique we talked about was drinking from home. And we said all these techniques will come with controversies. Some people will say, I can't do that, I can't do that. But pick out the very one that you can do, because people are doing these things, and very prominent people. So let us go today.
And I again, your case study was on Gilbey's and beer.
Yeah, drinking Gilbey's from home and drinking beer from home. But some people will say that some of us are not beer drinkers, some of us are not Gilbey's drinkers, but every alcoholic beverage can be drunk from home inexpensively and economically.
I don't think Marwa can it?
Marwa can. Let me give you a very good example. You know, I said whatever I'm saying on alcohol is not from Google. It is from
real
life examples and from very prominent people. Example number one today of Marwa. A very prominent man has told me a while ago that he drinks his Marwa from home.
How on earth do they? Because you can explain to someone who doesn't take Marwa how, if you think about how they consume Marwa.
Yeah, the way Marwa is consumed out there, out of home.
Yeah.
We have the ladies who prepare the paste, which they put in the pot. Yeah. Those ladies are always on standby. Yeah. The paste is put in the pot, and hot water is added. Akipi, hot water. Akipi nemwaka.
That's what they call it.
Yes, it is added to the paste. Then the patrons drink, the customers drink. As they drink, the paste gets diluted and the temperature lowers. So those ladies keep pouring the hot water. And when the paste is so dilute, they bring more paste.
Oh, and add.
When they add that paste, it lowers the temperature and they still bring more hot water. That is why people say.
And they have to keep testing, by the way. They add, they test. That's a very key part, I think.
And very controversial. She can test from your tube and give it back to you. So if you are not used to that, it's also a very controversial. But they have updated those things, not to scare away people. So as she does that, some people say that then how can that drink that needs all of that care be drunk from home? An expert, a very prominent person told me he drinks his Marwa from home. I asked him how. He says he gets his paste, he's with it there, he controls it himself. Then the hot water, since he's at his home, there's a lot of cooking going on. Some part is reserved for his water. As he feels that the temperature is going bad, he calls someone at home to keep replenishing. Because there is always a fire somewhere, and his hot water is put there. And you know what he told me? Today he has built a perimeter wall, but he told me this before he even built a perimeter wall. He had a mango tree on the corner of the house. He would sit there incognito and would enjoy the people passing at the road. and they would not see him because it was in a corner which was not easy to see. So he would be the one, if he needs to call you as you are passing by, he would call, hey, Mwami Gundi, Kajambo Sebo. So Malwa
Can
also be taken from home.
Mm-hmm.
Other people will say you have talked about beer, you have talked about Gilbey's, you have talked about Malwa, but some of us are Kasese hardcore sippers.
The hardcore generals.
The hardcore generals
Yeah.
of Kasese. They say for them that is the sweetest drink, and the sweetest way to take it is when you are with a friend and sipping on the same glass.
And
but
it binds you together.
communally. But I want to tell you, you can take Kasese from home. I have another I wish I would name these people, but I don't have their permissions. But let me give a hint on this one that I'm going to give an example on, because he's even a relative of mine. He will not kill me. He is a professor. I will not say which university. I don't want to identify him so much. Very prominent man. You will get shocked if my tongue slips and mentions the name.
Please save us.
He told me that he buys 5 liters of Kasese, a 5-liter jerrycan, and he does not buy it from these end sellers. You know, Kasese, the end sellers dilute it, they adulterate it to make the Kasese less and these other things more, so that they get more profit from it. But people who drink from home, who decide to drink from home, buy it in bulk, and they buy it direct from the ones who make it.
Full concentration.
With the full mixes. They mix mandule and I don't know, whatever they do, they mix. They buy it from either the first buyers or the real makers. So he buys his 5-liter jerrycan, stores it at home, and in the evenings he sips. And you know, Kasese 5 liters can take you for a very long time because it is strong. And do you know another catching thing about it, which he told me? He told me that he buys mputa, Nile perch, in good kilos, keeps it in his fridge. They either fry it or even boil it. He uses it to shock absorb the Kasese. You know,
the fire.
Mputa is one of the greatest shock absorbers of Kasese.
So you burn the liver and cool it.
And when you are at home, of course, when you're at home, you don't drink so aggressively like when you are in the groups and in the bars. So that is why it is economical, and that is why over okekereza. But before we forget, when you drink from home, there are 2 elements of being economical. Let us not forget. Number 1, you buy cheaply. Either buy from core dealers or manufacturers. You buy cheaply. That is way good enough mileage on kukekereza. Number 2, you avoid the impulsive buying. You know, when you are in the bar, whenever you see even a stranger, you can say Bamwe. When you see a friend, you get excited and you buy him a bottle. Or even 2 bottles.
A stranger comes, tells you a funny story, or praises your shirt. What are you drinking?
Those kind of rounds. When you're at home, you avoid them. So at home, drinking at home is twofold. You buy cheaply from wherever you want to buy, and you avoid the excitement kind of expenditure, the rounds, those rounds. So I think
you also don't spend on transport when you're following the border transport. When you're tired, you just go into your bedroom.
You buy the stuff when you're coming. You remember the other man who buys at once. He's 3 crates. So transport is minimal. Falling along the way is minimal, and all that.
So one more final thing, because our time is fast spent, Mr. Gasos.
Time is fast spent. What can it be? What can it be? You know, alcohol has so many. Let me talk about select the days. Why? You don't have to drink daily.
Mm.
You can select the days
Mhm.
of drinking.
Mhm.
You can say, I will drink only on the weekends. Let me give still a very
Living example.
living example of a man who was drinking daily and drinking very heavily, but decided to drink only on Sunday.
On Sunday.
And when he said Sunday, I told him, but man, Sunday is an awkward
Yeah,
day.
that's the thing. That's the same
Everyone
feeling.
fears drinking on Sunday
Mm.
because tomorrow
Yeah, it's a Monday.
is a Monday work day.
Yeah.
He told me, all my people, all my case studies are very
Mm.
surprising.
Mm.
He broke it down for me.
Mhm.
He said on Sunday I go to church.
Okay.
He goes to church the very early
He,
mass.
he better not be a born again Christian.
Yeah, he could be a Catholic. You know,
Okay.
with Catholics,
Okay.
he
I
could
hope.
be.
I hope he is.
But even some other
Religions.
religions where
Yeah.
alcohol is banned, they
Let's
also.
not go there. Go on.
Okay. On Sunday, he
Mhm.
goes to church.
Mhm.
By 10, he's done
Mhm.
with the church and
Mhm.
gets back home.
Mhm.
He has his lunch at around 1 p.m.
Or two latest. It's
Latest,
mm,
okay,
mm,
2.
mm,
Then he enters the bar at 2 or 2:30.
mm,
He told me that if you enter the bar by 2 p.m.,
mm.
by around 6, you are done.
Yeah.
Even 5, even 4, you are
Yeah.
done. So even if you arrive home by 7, you
Yeah.
will be a very early husband at
Husband,
home.
your wife will celebrate you.
Your
She
wife
she
will
will test
embrace
she will
you.
testify in church
She
that
will
my husband.
comes back at 7. So those of you who
Yeah,
think
it's
that
impossible.
Sunday
Yeah,
is
is a
a
by the way,
deadly
because you
day,
have all the time to
yeah,
recover. When you have how you sleep, wake up, rest,
yes,
eat dinner, sleep again,
yes.
and Monday you're fresh.
Monday you are fresh. You don't have the
Uh,
hangovers.
okay, let me ask just one question as we wind up because we are done
Mm.
with this. Our time is fast spent. You've given us examples about Gilbey's, about beer, about Malwa, about Kasese,
Mm.
all good examples, and all your friends. But I wanted to ask,
Mm.
which of those is
Is
your
is
your
is
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 your
is
delicacy, your
my
poison,
brand?
your brand?
Is my brand? My my brand is Renzori.
Ah!
Called Renzori.
God Resori. Thank you so much. Have a good night. This is the Smart Money Hub. Subscribe and let's catch you next time. Bye.